Hey, good morning to you. It is so good to be able to tell you Jesus is Lord. Hey, the devil is utterly defeated, thank God. Hey, the word works. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. I've been talking to you about that for the last few days. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. You got to say it, and I'm the redeemed. Let me read to you again out of Galatians chapter 3. It says, Christ hath redeemed us, me. I read it just exactly like it says. Christ hath redeemed us from the curse of the law. Well, you got to know what the curse is. So go over here to Deuteronomy chapter 28. And you're going to have to spend some time meditating in this to realize I'm redeemed from sickness. I'm redeemed from lack, poverty, scarcity. I'm redeemed from doing without. I'm redeemed from my wife not loving me. She's redeemed from me not loving her. We're on a perpetual honeymoon. We are having the time of our life. But what you got to do is spend time meditating to find out what you're redeemed from. Some people have never even read Deuteronomy 28. I read it from time to time just to realize what all Jesus redeemed me from, so that when the devil tells me I got to have something, I don't have to have it. Now, let me just tell you this. The other day, we had leftovers. I told Pat, fix some leftovers, but she said, it's on the table. Come and get it. Well, then I had to get up from my couch, I'm pointing to it, over there to the table and receive that which she had prepared. A little while from now, a couple of hours, our granddaughter Zoe's going to come over and spend the evening with us, have dinner, spend the night. She's already told us what she wanted for dinner. We're going to fix it, but she's got to receive it. It's one thing to know that all the goodies are on the table. It's another thing to sit down and receive it. I'm redeemed, like I told you the other day. It's still cold and raining out here. I'm redeemed from that because I'm here in my nice warm house, sitting in front of my fire, enjoying the blessings of God. I don't have to go outside and be in that yuck. Now, I've been out in it a time or two today, but I'm redeemed. Now, meditating in the Word of God does require some work on your part. You're going to have to find out what God said and then receive it and act on it by meditating. Meditating means to think about it, personalize it, make it yours. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and say, I'm redeemed from that, until you realize that you're the redeemed and not do it. So I'm going to tell you a story today. 5, 6, 7 years ago, pretty good while back, I started having trouble with my left knee. Man, I'm telling you, my left knee hurt so bad, I could hardly walk. I hobbled around for a few days. I couldn't sleep at night because the pain was so great. And the devil was saying, you're going to have knee surgery and all that kind of stuff. And I had some friends that did, and that's all right. I'm not telling you don't. But, I was meditating one day, and I said, Father, I've had a little trouble with this. Lasted for about a week. And I said, usually I receive a healing in just a matter of moments or days at the most. I need some help on this. And I remembered that I'm redeemed from the curse of the law. So I went to Deuteronomy 28, and I remembered this. Verse 35. Thou shalt be smitten in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch that thou cannot be healed from. There was. I said, Lord, I hadn't been able to get my healing on this one. And there it is. I'm redeemed from that. And it goes on to say every sickness and every disease that's not listed therein, we're redeemed. But I went to that specifically and said, I'm redeemed from being smitten in the knees. Now listen to me, please. Listen to me. Like I said, a couple of my good friends, one's a good pastor friend of mine, they decided to go have knee replacement surgery. And I watched what they went through. Buddy, it was awful. I mean, they went through 6 months of pain, 6 months of reconditioning, and even a couple of years later, they're still having a little trouble. And I decided, well, that's all right. They do the best they can, but I'm redeemed from that. And so I began to mix faith with that. And I'll finish the story tomorrow. But I began to mix faith with that redemption paid for the price for my healing of my knees, and I didn't have to have surgery. I'm also redeemed. One of the curses in here to be redeemed from is to be redeemed from the sword. That's a cutting instrument. So Pat and I believe that we're redeemed from the sword, which means we don't have to have surgery. Not that that's all wrong. I'm just telling you, God's got it set up for your redemption. So let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Till I'm with you tomorrow, saints. I'm redeemed. You're redeemed. Remember all day, hey, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the word works.